I've been driving trucks across this country for 27 years. I've hauled everything from produce to machinery to dangerous chemicals. I've driven through blizzards in the Rockies and heat waves in the Mojave. I thought I knew every trick the road could play on a man. I thought I'd seen every kind of weirdness the desert could throw at me. Then I picked up that load in Reno, and I heard that broadcast on the radio. It was a Wednesday night in September. I was hauling a load of scrap metal from Reno down to Los Angeles. Nothing special, just old machinery, busted equipment, junk that some recycling plant was going to melt down. The trailer was an old flatbed, open to the elements. I could see everything I was hauling: scrap metal, pipes, beams, rusty gears, nothing that could breathe, nothing that could move, nothing that could hurt me. I left Reno around 8 o'clock that night. The sun was just setting over the Sierra Nevada mountains. The sky was painted in shades of orange and purple. It was beautiful. I rolled down my windows and let the cool desert air wash over me. The road ahead was empty. Just me, my rig, and the open highway. I drove south on US 95, heading towards the junction with 880. The plan was to take 95 down to Hawthorne, then cut over to Bakersfield, and then down the 99 into LA. It was going to be a long night, but I was used to it. I'd done this run 100 times. The first few hours were uneventful. I listened to some country music on the radio. I sang along to a few songs. I stopped for coffee at a truck stop in Hawthorne. I checked my load. Everything was secure. The scrap metal was strapped down tight. Nothing had shifted. I got back on the road. That's when things started to get strange. I was about 50 miles south of Hawthorne, in the middle of nowhere. The desert stretched out on both sides of the highway, nothing but sand, sagebrush, and the occasional Joshua tree. The sky was pitch black, no moon, no stars, just darkness. My headlights cut through the black, illuminating the road ahead. The radio was playing some old rock song from the 70s. Then the music stopped, just cut out, mid-song. The radio went silent. I thought it was a dead spot. There are plenty of those in the desert. The signal drops out, and you get nothing but static for a few miles. I reached for the dial to find a new station when a voice came through the speaker. "This is an emergency broadcast to the driver of the white Freightliner Semi. Registration number California 74192. You are in immediate danger. I repeat, you are in immediate danger. Exit the vehicle immediately. Your cargo is not what you think it is. It's breathing." I slammed on the brakes. The truck skidded to a stop on the shoulder of the road. The gravel crunched under my tires. I sat there for a moment, my heart pounding, staring at the radio. The voice was calm, measured, professional, like a news anchor reading a script. I grabbed my CB mic. "This is White Freightliner. Who is this? What's going on?" Nothing, just silence. I tried again. "Hello, is anyone out there? I heard an emergency broadcast. What's happening?" The voice came back, calm, measured. "Driver, this is the Nevada Highway Patrol. We are tracking your vehicle. We have received multiple reports of an unauthorized passenger on your rig. Your cargo is not scrap metal. It's alive. It's breathing. You need to exit the vehicle immediately and move to a safe distance." I said, "That's impossible. I'm hauling scrap. Old machinery. There's nothing alive back there." The voice said, "Driver, we have thermal imaging. We can see a heat signature in your trailer. It's warm. It's breathing. It's been there since your last stop. You need to get out. Now." I looked in my rearview mirror. The trailer was dark. The scrap metal was just a pile of dark shapes on the flatbed. Nothing was moving, nothing was breathing, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I said, "I don't see anything. The trailer is open. It's just scrap metal." The voice said, "Driver, the heat signature is not in the trailer. It's in the cab, behind you, in the sleeper berth. It's been there for the last hour. It's waiting. It's watching. You need to get out of the truck. Now." My blood turned to ice. I slowly turned my head. The curtain to the sleeper berth was closed. It was always closed. I kept it closed to keep the light out while I slept. But now, in the dim glow of the dashboard, I could see a shape behind it. A shape lying down. A shape that was rising and falling. Breathing. I said, "There's something in the sleeper. I can see it." The voice said, "We know. We've been tracking it. It's been in your truck since you left the truck stop. We don't know how it got there, but we know it's not human. Driver, listen to me carefully. You need to get out of that truck. You need to do it slowly. Do not make any sudden movements. Do not turn your back on the curtain. And whatever you do, do not open the curtain. Do not open the curtain." I was frozen. My hands were gripping the steering wheel so tight my knuckles had gone white. I could see the shape behind the curtain. It was moving. Slowly. Rhythmic. Breathing. It was breathing in a slow, steady rhythm, like someone who was asleep, or someone who was pretending to be asleep. I whispered, "What is it? What's behind the curtain?" The voice said, "We don't know. We've never been able to identify it, but we've seen it before. It's a hitchhiker. Not a human hitchhiker. Something else. Something that gets into trucks and hitches a ride. It doesn't attack. It doesn't hurt anyone. It just watches. It watches the driver. And when the driver falls asleep, it moves closer. It moves to the front of the cab. It sits in the passenger seat, and it watches. Just watches. Until the driver wakes up, and then it disappears." I said, "So what do I do? What am I supposed to do?" The voice said, "Driver, you need to get out of the truck. You need to leave the engine running. You need to walk away. Do not take anything with you. Do not turn around. Just walk. And keep walking. We have a team on the way. We'll take care of the vehicle. But you need to get away from it. Now." I took a deep breath. I reached for the door handle. My hand was shaking. I turned the handle and pushed the door open. The cool desert air hit my face. I put one foot on the step. Then I heard it. A sound from behind the curtain. A soft sound. A whisper. It said, "Don't go." I froze. I turned my head. The shape behind the curtain had moved. It was sitting up now. The curtain was still closed, but I could see the outline of a head, shoulders, a torso. It was sitting perfectly still, breathing, watching. The whisper came again. "Don't leave me, I'm cold." I said, "Who are you? What do you want?" The voice on the radio crackled. "Driver, what are you doing? You need to get out. Now. Do not engage with it." The whisper from behind the curtain said, "I've been here for so long. I just want to go home. Can you take me home?" I said, "Where is home?" The whisper said, "The place where the road ends, the place where the desert meets the sky, the place where the dead go to rest. Can you take me there?" The voice on the radio said, "Driver, it's lying to you. It doesn't want to go home. It wants you to stay. It wants you to fall asleep. And when you do, it will take your place. It will become you, and you will become it. You'll be the one in the sleeper, waiting, watching, forever." I looked at the curtain. The shape was still there, still sitting, still breathing. The whisper came again. "I'm not lying. I just want to go home. Please take me home." The voice on the radio said, "Driver, do not listen to it. It's not human. It doesn't have a home. It doesn't have a soul. It's just a copy of a driver who made a mistake, a driver who opened the curtain, a driver who looked inside, and then the driver became the cargo, and the cargo became the driver." I said, "How? How do you know all this? Who are you?" The voice on the radio was silent for a moment. Then it said, "I was the driver before you. I made the mistake. I opened the curtain. And now I'm in the radio. I'm the voice. I warn the others. I try to save them. But I've never saved anyone. They all open the curtain. They all look inside. And then they become the cargo. Just like me." I stared at the curtain. The shape was still there, still breathing. The whisper came again. "Don't listen to him. He's jealous. He wants you to leave me here. He wants me to be alone forever. Please, just open the curtain. Look at me. See who I am. Then you'll understand." The voice on the radio said, "Driver, don't do it. Whatever you do, don't open the curtain. It's a trap. It's always a trap. The moment you open it, you're lost. You become one of them. You become the hitchhiker. You become the thing that waits in the dark. Please, just walk away." I looked at the door. The desert was outside. Freedom, safety, life. I looked at the curtain. The shape was there, waiting, watching, breathing. I said, I'm sorry, I can't leave you here. I can't leave anyone behind." The voice on the radio screamed, "No, don't do it. Don't open the curtain." But I already had my hand on the curtain. I pulled it open. The sleeper berth was empty. Just a mattress, a pillow, a blanket, nothing else. No shape, no hitchhiker, no one. But on the mattress there was something. A photograph, a picture of a truck driver, a man who looked exactly like me. Same face, same hair, same eyes. He was smiling. And on the back of the photograph, written in my handwriting, was a message. "You opened the curtain, now you're the cargo. See you in the sleeper." I dropped the photograph. I stumbled backward. I fell out of the cab and landed hard on the gravel. I scrambled to my feet. I looked at the truck. The sleeper curtain was still open, but there was nothing inside, just an empty berth, a mattress, a pillow, a blanket. The radio was silent now. No emergency broadcast, no voice, no warning. I walked away from the truck. I didn't look back. I walked until I found a gas station. I called the police. They went to the truck. They found nothing, just a load of scrap metal, an empty cab, a dark sleeper berth. I never got back in that truck. I never drove that rig again. I quit my job. I moved to a new state. I thought I had escaped. But 3 nights ago, I woke up in my own bed. The room was dark. The curtains were drawn. And there, on the other side of my bedroom, was a shape. A shape sitting in a chair. A shape that was breathing. A shape that was watching me. I heard a whisper. It said, "You opened the curtain. You looked inside. Now I'm out, and you're in. See you in the sleeper." I turned on the light. The chair was empty, but on the seat there was a photograph. A picture of me, sleeping in my own bed, taken from the foot of the bed. I don't remember anyone taking that picture. I don't remember anyone being in my room. And on the back of the photograph, in my own handwriting, was a message. "Don't fall asleep. If you fall asleep, I'll come back. And this time, I won't leave." I haven't slept since then. I've been awake for 3 days. My eyes are burning. My body is exhausted. I can barely keep my eyes open. But I can't sleep. I'm terrified of what will happen if I do. Tonight, I felt myself starting to drift. My eyes were closing. I was slipping into unconsciousness. And then I heard it. A sound from the corner of my room. A soft sound. A whisper. It said, "Sleep. I'm cold. Let me in." I jolted awake. I looked at the corner. Nothing was there. But I know it's coming. I know it's waiting. I know it's watching. I'm writing this down because I don't think I'm going to make it through the night. I can feel myself getting tired. I can feel the darkness pulling me in. I can feel the shape getting closer. If you're reading this, if you ever drive a truck, if you ever hear a broadcast on the radio telling you to get out of your vehicle, do it. Don't question it. Don't hesitate. Just walk away. And whatever you do, don't open the curtain. Don't look inside. Don't see what's there. Because once you see it, it sees you. And once it sees you, it follows you. It follows you until you fall asleep. And then it takes your place, and you become the cargo. I can hear the breathing again. It's coming from the closet. It's getting closer. It's moving towards the bed. I have to go. I have to stay awake. I have to keep fighting. But I'm so tired. So very tired. I think I'm going to close my eyes. Just for a moment, just a little rest. If I don't wake up, tell my family I loved them. Tell them I'm sorry. And if you ever see a white Freightliner with California plates, don't get close to it. Don't look at the sleeper curtain. And whatever you do, don't listen to the radio. Goodbye.